Hey, welcome to Eepa's Kitchen. Today we're going to do a stir fry outside on the Blackstone. Unfortunately, Derek, our cameraman, is sick today because I was going to make Matt make this because this is his recipe, but now Matt's got to do the filming and I got to do the cooking. So, real quick, well, we already have the sous chefs, you've met them before. The ingredients are pretty simple. It's cabbage. What I did was I bought a coleslaw mix just because I didn't feel like cutting up cabbage, and it's going to have vegetables in it anyway. So you got it's like 3 cups of shredded cabbage. There's 2 bunches of green onions. I separated them with the tops and the bottoms. We've got some bean sprouts, 3 cups. There's about, I don't know, what do we figure? There's like 2.5 packages of udon noodles. So whatever, buy some udon noodles. There's a couple cups of broccoli florets that I cut up. I shredded up a few carrots. There's a couple cups there. We've got 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs that are marinated in this garlic and ginger paste and this phenomenal Japanese BBQ sauce. So that's all mixed on there, a few tablespoons of everything mixed up, and it's been sitting for about an hour or so. We're also going to use some sesame oil, soy sauce, and a little bit of vegetable oil. We got our little P-boy here to help water the grill, and we're going to get going. So give me a second to move over, and we'll start with the cabbage and the broccoli. All right, so the Blackstone's set at a medium-high heat. I do have one end on a little bit low because we're going to do the noodles down there. Again, Blackstone, you can do this in a walk inside. Again, Blackstone's more fun outside. Blackstone in the corner, ting! Give me a different Blackstone people. Hook me up. So a little bit of oil to start with. It's just a plain vegetable oil. I'm going to smear it around a little bit. Sous chefs are going to bring me the cabbage, so we can pour that on. I don't need those, just the cabbage, buddy. Cabbage, the carrots, and the broccoli. So we'll throw those carrots on there. Trade you? Anybody? Anyone? Bueller? All right. That's our broccoli in there, and now the cabbage. That big bowl is the cabbage. You got it. All right, I'll trade you. Hold these. Put that on. Floppy back. The chefs wanted to cook on the Blackstone, but it is pretty darn hot, and I prefer they don't get burned, so I'm going to take the heat over here today. So you're just going to toss this around a little to start get cooking. Once you've tossed it a little, you're going to probably add a little bit more oil, just so that it all gets covered. And I am going to add a little bit more to it. Spread it out just a bit. A little bit more on the top. So all total, I think we're using about 3 tablespoons. We're going to let those cook and get soft. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get our udon noodles going. They're pretty simple. We're going to take a little bit of water, a little bit of sesame oil. We're going to put it on the grill, and then we're going to add the noodles to the top, and then we're going to cover them with this cover we have over here. So a little bit of oil, sesame oil. Because if you've watched any of these, you know I love the heck out of the sesame oil. All right, we got a little P-boy here. The sous chefs bought me this from their trip to their favorite wok place. A little bit of water so we get some steam. We'll pop these on. Kind of get it together so I can get the cover on. You guys want to make the P-boy work for me again? We'll cover them up. Get a little bit right on the grill so we get some steam going. There you go. All right, I'm going to cover it up. Cool. And we're just going to let those heat up. All right, so while that's going, turn these guys again. Looks like they're starting to get cooked. You can see they're getting a little bit of that color on them. Beautiful, beautiful. 'Cause, 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 'cause chicken going. All right, and over here, we're gonna get our chicken going. Just gonna add this. And when it's cooking, you can really smell that barbecue sauce and the ginger paste and the garlic paste. Peek at our noodles so they don't get too overdone. Fill them up a little bit. So really what we're trying to do is just to kind of get them to soften up a little bit from being in that package. A little more water in there. Alright, let those steam up a little bit. Alright, so this is going to cook for 5 to 7 minutes-ish. Depending on how hot your grill is. And then we're going to add the bean sprouts and the green onions. We'll mix it all together. We'll add a little bit more spice. And then we will slightly feast. So give us a few minutes, let this go. You're not going to get bored watching. We'll be back. Alright, it's been about 3 minutes on the chicken. We've turned it a little bit. It's still got some time. But we're going to go ahead and add the bottoms of the green onion and our bean sprouts. Add our bean sprouts to it. I'm going to cook that a little bit more. Mix all that stuff together. Oh yeah. Getting some color in there. See how this chicken's looking. You can still see there's some of it's still a little underdone, but it is getting there. You can see kind of in there with it, 100%. But we're basically 3 minutes away from being done here. There's another ingredient you can add, which would be sliced mushrooms, but our cameraman is anti-mushroom, so we won't look out. All right, let's let that go. We'll come back in a little bit and we'll finish this up. Turn it on. Just stay with your body away. You got the lid? I have one message I forgot. This is for D31. Haro, hibachi, teriyaki, benihana. All right, now we're back to this. All right, so we're gonna mix things up. We'll get this all going. You can also do shrimp in this. I think I talked about the mushrooms a little bit ago. You can also do shrimp in here. But certain members of the family feel that that's the way to go as well. That is mixed up pretty well. Before we add the udon noodles, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit more spice to it. So we're going to get some more of the barbecue sauce. And then a little bit more garlic and ginger paste. Mix that up, and then we'll bring the noodles over. The noodles should be ready by then. What do we got here? Alright, chicken noodles. Oh yeah. I think we are good. You see they're starting to get a little color to them. I'm gonna pull those over. So at the end of the day, you can add a little more soy. You can add some soy sauce to this. You can add a little bit more of the barbecue sauce, which I prefer. But I leave both of those on the table when we're serving. And although I know you've seen it before with our fried rice recipe, you can add that as a side on this. It's a nice accompaniment. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this stuff off. We're going to put it in our big platter. And then we're going to garnish it with the green onion. We trimmed off the bases. So a lot of platter, big stupid platter. All right, see if we can get most of it out there without making a mess. I got the chicken. Oh, you know, I'm gonna get as much of it as I can. Are you kidding? That's the money right there. As Chef Phil always says, money on top, baby. Money on top. There's the money. Money on top. And then just for some color, green onions over the top. You gotta do that extra little twist at the end. Or that. All right. So that's it. We're gonna pull it over to the side, grab some forks. Sous chefs are gonna give me their opinion, see if it's as good as Dad's, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're generating a lot of heat over here, so I'm trying to get as far away from that as I can. Sous chefs?
Yummy. No.
I'm gonna get this that chicken. Oh yeah. So there's a lot of complex flavors in here. Why I like this dish. You get that barbecue sauce, which is nice. It's what is it called? Japanese barbecue sauce. It's a little different than just the normal stuff. You can taste the ginger. You can taste the garlic paste. There's also a fly flying around. There's also that sesame oil and just the regular cooking oil. So it adds a real nice flavor. Again, you want soy sauce on it? Go right ahead, have at it. I think it's perfect like this. The only thing that I like a little more of is that barbecue sauce. So, with that said, we do okay?
Yeah.
We're good? All right. Good as Dad's?
Best noodles I ever had.
That's better than Dad's?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. So, you know the routine. Give us a like, click, subscribe, share, tell people about us. Make this. Please make this one. Again, this wasn't my recipe. Matt got this from somewhere, and I've made it a couple times. He makes it all the time for the family. So, if I made it better than him, then I'm living the dream right now. But yeah, give it a shot. Let us know what you think. And give a shout out to cameraman Derek over on Night Off. Make sure he's feeling better. And we will see you in about a week or so. Thanks for stopping by.